Welcome to our channel, ladies and gentlemen. I want to begin by asking a question. How many of you up to now still believe that the problem that was bedeviling the UDA government, or rather the Kenya Kwanza government, was none other than Rigathi Gachagua? Because from what has been happening, what has transpired ever since Rigathi was impeached, it has indicated very clearly that Rigathi was never the problem. When Gen Zs went to the street, they rejected the Finance Bill 2024. They rejected the cabinet. They had rejected this parliament. In fact, they wanted William Ruto to dissolve the parliament. In fact, today, if we had a properly constituted IEBC, I can assure you that most of the members, serving members, would have been recalled. And this is part of what Ruto fears. He does not want to reconstitute a new IEBC. Now, after Rigathi's ouster, there is nothing at all that has changed. If you look at the appointments that have been done, even after the ouster, they are still based on tribalism. Based on the Jew, life is still hard to come by. And if Rigathi was the problem, then why are people, there's this continued rejection of the leaders that are there? It was in the mountain that just a week ago, they faced a lot of rejection. They were being chased, they were being heckled. Then today, Murkomen is facing the same fate, being denied an opportunity to address his people. Then Kithure Kindiki, I really sympathize with Kithure Kindiki. Kithure Kindiki has been humiliated. He was in a UDA home turf in Rift Valley. And as he rose and picked a microphone to address that the crowd and the people who were in the meeting, they started walking out one by one. And for those who have followed this channel, you realize that I've always told you that where William Ruto is or some of his allies, as long as they feel that you represent William Ruto in one way or the other, they will either boo and heckle you, they will not come, or they will come, but the person who is unwanted will be humiliated. They will start walking away once you get in, or once you rise to speak. And this is exactly what they did to Kithure Kindiki. It was a very humiliating situation. Kithure was left with the administrative agents there, the policemen, the commissioner there, and empty chairs. And you see, this is happening under the full glare of the camera when people are walking away. Now, the very funniest part of it is that all these rejections are happening in UDA home turfs.
Ya kusoma elimu kwa mtu yoyote katika dunia ya leo ni muhimu. Every person today, irrespective of your profession, irrespective of what you want to do in life, requires an education for you to succeed. Those who are talented in athletics, those who want to be professionals, medical doctors, teachers, farmers, political leaders, whatever you want to do, business people, everyone requires ya kusoma. Elimu kwa mtu yoyote katika dunia ya leo ni muhimu. Every person today, irrespective of your profession, irrespective of what you want to do in life, requires an education for you to succeed. Those who are talented in athletics, those who want to be professionals, medical doctors, teachers, farmers, political leaders, whatever whatever you want to do, business people, everyone requires.
I think these youths saw, they could see what was happening. When William Ruto was sanitized, and they piled a lot of pressure on Rigathi Gachagua that he was corrupt, he was tribal. They're looking at our government and they're wondering, then who is not corrupt? Then who is not tribal? And when Rigathi told them, I was looking at William Ruto in the face and I was telling him, the man, not a Adani deal. Man, corruption is entrenched in our nation. And Ruto could not listen. And I know some of you are saying maybe Rigathi is lying, but politics is about perception. You see, when Rigathi tells you that I told off William Ruto about Adani deal, and you understand that Kenyans don't want Adani deal, and it is on record that he even spoke against demolition of houses. So people would give him the benefit of doubt, and sometimes from where they sit, they feel maybe wote dereva na makanga wangeenda, and they give Rigathi Gachagua the benefit of doubt that indeed this man was speaking on behalf of the downtrodden, the weak, and those who could not get an opportunity to speak, and William Ruto ignored him. That is why when he was hosted and Kithure Kindiki took his space, Kithure Kindiki has got no authority. People look at him as someone who was just appointed, and Kithure said, I will be loyal. The loyalty he was speaking about, he referred to the one that is in the constitution. But Rigathi told us before he went that the person who is coming is going to be appointed against the spirit and the letter of the constitution. Atakuwa hapo kama kikaragozi. He will be there like a puppet. Told go left, go right. And then when people look at the people who used to criticize Rigathi Gachagua, they are the ones who are now defending William Ruto, telling us, we'll come for you if you criticize us. Ruto ni mweupe kama pamba. And then Gen Zs, the youths, and all Kenyans understand that there is nothing and there was nothing against Rigathi, and therefore there's nothing good about Kithure Kindiki. He is there to defend too. And so, ladies and gentlemen, people are very tired. People are tired of the UDA government, the policies, the lies, the promises, the state of the economy, the reports from the Auditor General, and the control of budget. People are tired. We feel the economy, leave alone all the jargons that we are being told that the economy is growing. Are we feeling it? Now, in some of the pictures that we received, we were being told that those youths were turning away and they were saying, you can't kill us and come here to address us. Telling you that one of the reasons why Kithure Kindiki was being rejected is that Kithure still carries that baggage of soiling his hands in blood. Whether you look at the Azimio protest that took place immediately after the 2022 election, he was the Interior Cabinet Secretary. And then the worst was the Gen Zs. When they went to the street, and the only mistake that they did is that they were asking William Ruto and the entire UDA government to reject the Finance Bill 2024. And because of that, they were kidnapped, they were killed, they were maimed, and the youths have not forgotten. And this tells you that this time around, the youth will not allow themselves to be hoodwinked. They will not be told of the bottom up to toy up a chini to work a paliju. And when the youths told you that they were partyless, leaderless, and tribeless, look at that. Kithure Kindiki is a senior member of the UDA party. And they still reject him. The same way they did to Murkomen in his home turf. This was happening in Chesoi, I think, and that is Rift Valley, a place you believe Kithure Kindiki would be received well because he is the deputy president to William Samoei Ruto. When William Ruto kicked Rigathi Gachagua, he said he was lonely. He said Rigathi was sabotaging him. And therefore, I would have expected that in Rift Valley, those youths would look at Kithure Kindiki and embrace him and say, you brought peace. That ule alikuwa anasumbua prezo wetu ameenda, so wewe ni wetu. But no, they don't care whether you belong to the UDA, whether you belong to their tribe, they're looking at the fundamentals, the basics, the cost of living, the cost of education. I mean, what is the rate of employment vis-a-vis unemployment? And they say, we cannot accept this. Kithure Kindiki, wherever he is the second in command, and he represents directly William Samoei Ruto. And they have decided they have nothing to do with William Samoei Ruto. And they have got nothing like a personal vendetta. They're looking at the policies. William Ruto campaigned promising them that he would have them at heart. Then they are realizing a person who is killing us, a person who is ruining this economy can never be our friend. He can never be a father of the nation. And if he's a father of the nation, he's a father that is consuming his children. Like they say, when a hyena wants to consume her children, she'll begin by accusing them of smelling like a goat or something. So that is what the government did. They started accusing Gen Zs, people mbaya, criminals, and they were killed. This is why they don't accept such kind of shenanigans. And ladies and gentlemen, and that is what Ndindi Nyoro was telling us one day, that I'm not supposed to come here and start telling you and lecturing you about the growth of the economy, whether it is a negative growth or a positive one. You are supposed to feel it yourself. You keep on telling us that inflation has gone down, but you see, whenever they call for interviews or recruits for military or police or NYS, you will see quite a number of youth thronging that venue, and they only want maybe 10 positions. It tells you. The other day, William Ruto himself admitted, congratulating Tanzania of surpassing us in terms of trade of goods and services within the East African market, telling you that our economy is not growing as we are being told. We have an economic council that is taking a lot of money. So Kithure Kindiki represented a government that people do not want. He killed the Gen Zs, and that's why they reject him. They don't understand. For example, what was the need of removing Rigathi to replace with Kithure Kindiki? Has it changed anything? The problem was never Rigathi Gachagua. The problem is a government that does not listen to us. A government that continues to change goalposts. A government that continues to promise, yet there are promises that they have not implemented. A government that believes that we can be hoodwinked. We are told we have cancelled a dirty deal, and then when you are challenged, can you bring documentation that corroborates your facts? Then you start threatening people. Oh, you are happy that now identity is gone, you're not patriotic, and I'm telling you, this is the reflection that we're going to see in 2027. I know we are tribal, but nothing is permanent. There's always a first time for everything. People might just decide we are going to take a paradigm shift and we're going to vote revolution. It must just be okay or mutata if you're not careful. This kind of heckling and booing and walking away from leaders has become very normal to us. And it is happening to the very people who are perceived to be part and parcel of this government. A government that is part of our problem and not part of the solution. I don't know what you think. Kindly share with me your thoughts on the comment section. If you